Yoga happens to be one of the oldest exercises on the planet, and physicians recommend it to seniors to help them maintain flexible joints and improve their balance, so they can reduce the rate of falls and increase the strength of their legs. But what seniors don't know is, yoga, however, does little to nothing in beating sarcopenia in seniors. As seniors age, they experience a decline in muscle mass, up to 3% every year. So for seniors whose goal is to build muscle, reduce saggy skin, and age beautifully, forget yoga. And here's why. Yoga does not provide progressive resistance training needed to build muscle tissue fibers. You cannot do bodyweight exercises with increasing difficulty with yoga. And more importantly, it is nearly impossible to target major muscle groups with high intensity when you do yoga. Which is why in this video, I will reveal the top 2 most effective muscle-building Japanese exercises you should start doing immediately to build leg strength and muscle mass as you age. I'll start with the simplest one that just requires 5 minutes a day, and then I'll tell you the most effective one that has worked for 93% of my senior patients. And because muscle building goes beyond exercises, I'll also tell you the 2 most important food groups required for muscle building that most seniors ignore. And I know for sure that you may not even know about how important these food groups are. My name is Dr. Hillman. Welcome to Senior Food Blog. Subscribe right away if you haven't. Let's begin. Exercise 1. Reiho squats, samurai squats. When it comes to building leg strength and muscle, Reiho squats work much better and faster than yoga. Research shows Reiho squats increase knee strength by almost 26% after just 3 months. That's 10 times more strength gain. Most seniors have never heard of Reiho squats, but this ancient practice has amazing muscle building and health benefits. It takes only 5 minutes per day. Seniors can do 10 to 12 slow squats in just that short time. You don't need any equipment. You don't need a gym membership. The slow movement reduces injury risk. It also keeps your blood pressure safe. Knee strength is very important for moving around and doing daily tasks. This makes the exercise really valuable for seniors. Here's the shocking part. The people of Japan use slow movements in their daily life to keep their muscles strong. They didn't need special workout sessions. The exercise was built into their daily manners and respect practices. They got stronger just by moving properly every day. Researchers did a study with a training group. They did a 5-minute Reiho routine at least 4 days a week for 3 months. They did squats and sit-to-stand movements from a chair. The study lasted 3 months. 34 healthy seniors were used for this study. The Reiho group got 26% stronger. The control group only improved by 2.5%. That's basically no change at all. Reiho is the daily manners that samurai used to practice. It's centuries old. It focuses on slow, careful, and controlled movements. This includes standing, sitting, and walking. In Japan, old ways of living gave many chances to strengthen legs. People sat in seiza posture on tatami mats. They used squat toilets. But when Western furniture became popular, these natural leg exercises disappeared from daily life. The samurai people of Japan didn't see Reiho as exercise. It was their way to stay warrior fit through everyday manners and respectful behavior. Here's how you do the Reiho exercise with the correct form. Regular squats make you lean forward, but Reiho squats are different. You lower slowly without leaning forward. Your body stays upright the whole time. This makes your leg muscles work harder. Start by standing upright. Put your feet shoulder-width apart. Slowly lower your body straight down. Keep your body vertical. Don't lean forward like a regular squat. Lower until your hips touch a chair, but don't actually sit. Then, slowly push back up to standing. Keep your upright posture. Breathe normally the whole time. Speed matters a lot. Do each squat slowly and carefully. Each session should have 10 to 12 slow squats. Add 10 sit-to-stand movements from a chair. This takes 5 minutes total. Do this at least 4 days per week. Keep doing it for at least 3 months. This is how you get the 26% strength gain. For the sit-to-stand part, use the same idea. Rise slowly without leaning forward. Keep your body as upright as you can. Keep a chair or wall nearby for balance if you need it. Start slowly if exercise is new to you. Talk to your doctor before starting if you have health problems. Some discomfort is normal at first, but stop if you feel sharp pain. Earlier, I mentioned that I would tell you the top 2 groups of foods that are very important for muscle building. That's because a lot of self-proclaimed muscle growth experts talk too much about protein and forget the 3 important food groups that you must be eating daily to see any visible results. I will be revealing them later in the video. But if you are expecting to grow muscles just by doing the Reiho exercise, I hate to tell you that you won't get very good results. Here's why. The Reiho exercise is very good, but with just 26% improvement in muscle activation, 26% is still not enough. You must combine the Reiho exercise with the next exercise I want to talk about. It is important as this combination works best and quicker for muscle activation and leg strength improvement. Exercise 2. Radio Taiso. Radio Taiso and yoga are 2 completely different things. Research shows that Radio Taiso actually enhances lower body muscle strength in older adults who are frail compared to yoga. Radio Taiso gives better results for agility, quick movements, and heart health in frail older adults. And this is because Radio Taiso targets major muscle groups at once and helps with muscle strength, flexibility, endurance, and balance, all in one go. Do you want to know the wildest thing about Radio Taiso? 94% of people actually do it every day. Think about that. When was the last time you stuck with an exercise for more than a week? Most workout plans fail because they are complex and hard to keep up. But Radio Taiso takes almost no time. No special equipment, no gym membership, no fancy clothes. Just a few minutes a day and you're done. You can do it in your living room, in a park, even from a wheelchair if you need to. Nursing home residents do it every single day. Some do it sitting down. Either way, it still works. Here's the fun part. Radio Taiso takes 3 to 5 minutes. Not half an hour. Not an hour of your morning. 3 to 5 minutes. And people see real changes in their bodies. Scientists ran a 12-week experiment with 226 older Japanese people who were getting weak and older. Half of them did Radio Taiso and ate better. The other half just ate better. The Radio Taiso group practiced at home every day. This group showed better leg strength and increased muscle mass at the end of the research. But wait, there's more. Another huge study followed over 11,000 people for more than 5 years. The people who did Radio Taiso had 18% less chance of getting dementia, almost 1 in 5 fewer dementia cases. Just from a simple daily routine you can do in your pajamas. The Okinawan people do Radio Taiso religiously. Researchers interviewed over 100 of the oldest people in Okinawa. Almost every single one practiced Radio Taiso every morning. Not some of them. Almost all of them. Okinawa is special. It's called a blue zone. More people live past 100 there than anywhere else on Earth. The elderly in Okinawa are 80% less likely to get heart disease, 25% less likely to get breast or prostate cancer compared to Western countries. So how do you actually do it? Radio Taiso has different versions. Radio Taiso number 1 and 2. And another one called Mina no Taiso. Each version has 8 to 13 movements. You start slow, build up intensity in the middle, then cool down at the end. This protects your body from strain. The movements are things like arm circles, bending your legs, twisting your body, and little jumps. One move bends you diagonally down and arches your chest. This opens up your lungs and stretches your back and legs. Body rotations make your waist flexible. Jumping with both legs pumps blood through your whole body. Each move is super simple, but it works multiple muscles at the same time. The form is straightforward. Stand with your feet apart about shoulder width, raise your arms way up over your head, then bringing them down in a big circle. Time and frequency are simple, 3 to 5 minutes per session. The magic ingredient is to do it every single day. Don't skip. Consistency beats intensity every time. Most people do it in the morning because that's tradition, but any time works. Before bed, during lunch break, whenever it fits your life. Now here's where it gets exciting. Pair Radio Taiso with Reiho, and you've got a complete system. Reiho builds raw power in your knees with those slow controlled squats. 5 minutes of Reiho, 5 minutes of Radio Taiso, 10 minutes total each day. That's all it takes. You get targeted muscle building from the samurai squats. You get whole body fitness from Radio Taiso. Your legs transform. Your entire body stays loose and mobile. Your balance gets rock solid. However, these exercises will do no good for your muscle building goals if you're still ignoring the next 3 food groups I'm about to talk about. The last one is very common, and I'm almost certain you neglect it in your meals. After working with thousands of seniors struggling with muscle loss, reviewing dozens of nutrition studies, and consulting with leading experts in muscle preservation, I've identified the 3 most important food groups that seniors must start eating daily. Because while Reho squats and Radio Taiso are excellent for building strength, there are certain foods that can completely support their benefits and even help you see visible results faster. The number 1 food group you should never skip in your diet is fiber. Let's talk about fiber. A lot of gym bros talk a big game about protein. Protein is great for muscle building and muscle gain. Don't get me wrong, but you can eat up to 150 grams of protein a day. But if you neglect your fiber intake, you are just setting yourself up for failure. And here's why. As you age, your digestive system muscles slow down and become less effective. Consuming food, digesting it, and eliminating waste takes longer than it did earlier in life. When your digestion slows down, your body struggles to absorb the nutrients from all that protein you're eating. Without enough fiber, food moves through your system at a crawl. This causes constipation. And constipation is not just uncomfortable, it's dangerous for muscle building. Decreased dietary intake and physical exercise can result in a decline in muscle mass in elderly people, which can worsen poor appetite by promoting physiological changes, resulting in a vicious cycle. When you can't go to the bathroom properly, you lose your appetite. When you lose your appetite, you eat less. When you eat less, your muscles don't get the nutrients they need to grow. Your body starts breaking down muscle for energy instead of building it up. Research backs this up. Studies show that constipation is a significant risk factor for malnutrition in older adults. Research found that people at risk of malnutrition were 5 times more likely to have functional constipation. Even malnourished people were 3 times more likely to be constipated. The connection is crystal clear. No fiber equals constipation. Constipation equals poor nutrition. Poor nutrition equals muscle loss. The biggest mistake seniors make with fiber is that they don't eat enough of it. Experts recommend 21 grams of fiber for women over 50 and 30 grams for men over 50. But most seniors barely get half of that. They focus all their energy on protein shakes and chicken breast. They forget that fiber is what makes everything work. Fiber moves food through your system. Fiber helps you absorb nutrients. Fiber keeps your gut healthy so your muscles can actually use all that protein you're eating. Let me tell you about a patient of mine. Her name was Mina. She was 72 years old. Mina came to me complaining about weakness and muscle loss. She'd been doing everything right, or so she thought. She was eating high-protein meals every day, eggs for breakfast, chicken for lunch, fish for dinner, but she was actually losing muscle mass instead of gaining it. She felt weaker every week. I asked about her bathroom habits. She got embarrassed, but she finally admitted she hadn't had a proper bowel movement in 3 weeks. 3 whole weeks. She'd been so focused on protein that she forgot about fiber completely. Her constipation got so bad she stopped eating. She had no appetite. Her stomach felt bloated and painful all the time. She couldn't eat anymore, even though her body desperately needed nutrition. Mina had to come to the hospital. We had to perform a procedure called manual disimpaction. This is where a doctor uses a lubricated gloved finger to manually break up and remove hardened stool from the rectum. It's uncomfortable. It's embarrassing. But it was necessary because the stool had become so hard it couldn't pass naturally. The doctor inserted a gloved finger into the rectum and gently broke up the hardened stool using a scissoring motion. This was repeated until the rectum was cleared. Mina also needed enemas to flush out the rest of the backed-up waste from her colon. The whole experience was traumatic for her. After the procedure, I sat down with Mina. I explained that her muscle loss wasn't from lack of protein. It was from a lack of fiber. Without fiber, her gut stopped working properly. Her body couldn't absorb nutrients. All that expensive protein powder went to waste. I put her on a high-fiber diet. Within 2 months, everything changed. Her bowel movements became regular. Her appetite came back strong. She started eating full meals again. And here's the amazing part. She started gaining muscle. Real visible muscle growth. All because we fixed her fiber intake. For breakfast, Mina now eats oatmeal made with rolled oats, topped with chia seeds, ground flaxseed, berries, and chopped almonds. She mixes in a scoop of protein powder and adds a tablespoon of natural peanut butter. This gives her fiber from the oats, seeds, and berries, plus protein from the powder, nuts, and nut butter. It's a complete muscle-building meal that also keeps her digestive system running smooth. For lunch, she has a big salad with mixed greens, chickpeas, quinoa, diced vegetables like bell peppers and tomatoes, avocado slices, and grilled chicken breast. She dresses it with olive oil and lemon juice. The chickpeas and quinoa provide both fiber and plant protein. The chicken adds animal protein. The vegetables and avocado pack in more fiber. Her gut stays happy and her muscles get fed. For dinner, Mina eats baked salmon with roasted sweet potato and steamed broccoli on the side. She adds a serving of brown rice. The sweet potato, broccoli, and brown rice are all rich in fiber. The salmon provides high-quality protein and healthy omega-3 fats for muscle recovery. This combination gives her everything she needs for overnight muscle repair and growth. The lesson here is simple. Fiber isn't optional. It's essential. You can eat all the protein in the world, but without fiber to keep your digestion working, that protein won't build muscle. It'll just sit in your gut making you sick. Don't make Mina's mistake. Don't wait until you're constipated and losing muscle before you take fiber seriously. Eat your vegetables. Eat your whole grains. Eat your beans and seeds. Your muscles will thank you. Number 2. Healthy fats. Here's the thing about healthy fats. Too much information is out there about the importance of protein for muscle building, but very little is for healthy fats. In fact, it is very rarely talked about, which is disturbing considering how important healthy fats are for muscle building. Research shows that reducing saturated fat in the diet or replacing saturated fat with polyunsaturated fats results in significant decline in testosterone levels. Testosterone is the hormone that builds muscle. Testosterone helps build muscle by generating proteins, which then increases muscle strength. Without enough testosterone, your body cannot build muscle effectively. It's that simple. A meta-analysis of 6 studies with 206 participants found that low-fat diets decreased total testosterone in men. When the men went back to eating higher fat, their testosterone returned to normal levels. Here's what happens when you don't eat enough healthy fats. Your testosterone drops. As men get older and testosterone levels speed up their decline, they lose about 3 to 5% of their muscle mass per decade. After age 30, this decrease can be lessened through proper nutrition and exercise. Once you hit age 60, the rate of muscle mass decline goes up. Low testosterone causes muscle wasting. Your strength goes down. You feel tired all the time. Men may notice symptoms of fatigue, depression, or loss of facial and body hair. Lower levels of testosterone can also cause brittle bones, which increases the risk of fractures. Your body starts storing more belly fat. Your metabolism slows down. You can't sleep well. Your mood gets worse. And all of this accelerates muscle loss. The biggest mistake seniors make with healthy fats is that they avoid them completely. They grew up hearing that fat is bad. Fat makes you fat. Fat clogs your arteries. So they cut out all fats. They eat skinless chicken breast, fat-free yogurt, egg whites only, no butter, no oil, no nuts, no avocado. They think they're being healthy, but they're sabotaging their muscle-building goals. Since nutrition guidelines began recommending a lower-fat diet in 1965, fat consumption dropped from 45% of the diet to 35% and stayed around that lower level through to 2011. And guess what else has been declining since then? Men's testosterone levels. Let me tell you about a patient of mine. His name was Robert. He was 68 years old. Robert came to me frustrated and desperate. He'd been working out consistently for 8 months. He was eating plenty of protein, but he wasn't building any muscle. In fact, he was getting weaker. His weights at the gym kept going down instead of up. He felt exhausted all day. He was gaining weight around his belly even though he was eating clean and exercising. He couldn't understand what was wrong. I asked Robert about his diet. He proudly told me he ate completely fat-free. No red meat, no egg yolks, no cheese, no nuts, no oil on his salads. He'd been doing this for years because his wife was worried about his cholesterol. I ordered blood work. His testosterone came back at 280 nanograms per deciliter, just barely above the deficiency threshold of 300. For a man his age, it should have been at least 400 to 500. His cholesterol was actually too low. His body didn't have enough raw material to make testosterone. Finally, I sat Robert down. I explained that his body needs fat to make testosterone. Testosterone is made from cholesterol. Without enough dietary fat and cholesterol, his body couldn't produce the hormones needed to build muscle. I put him on a higher fat diet. His testosterone levels rose to 420. His energy came back. His mood improved. And for the first time in almost a year, he started building muscle. Real visible muscle growth. Here's how to get enough healthy fat into your diet throughout the day. For breakfast, make scrambled eggs with whole eggs, not just egg whites. Cook them in grass-fed butter or coconut oil. Add half an avocado on the side, sprinkle some ground flaxseed on top. Toast with almond butter. This gives you a mix of saturated fats from the butter and eggs, monounsaturated fats from the avocado, and omega-3 fats from the flaxseed. Your testosterone production starts strong first thing in the morning. For lunch, have a big salad with mixed greens, grilled salmon, walnuts, pumpkin seeds, cherry tomatoes, and dress it generously with extra virgin olive oil and balsamic vinegar. Don't be scared of the oil. That's where the healthy fats are. The salmon provides omega-3 fatty acids. The olive oil gives monounsaturated fats. The nuts and seeds add more healthy fats, plus vitamin E. This meal supports testosterone production and reduces inflammation for better muscle recovery. For dinner, grill a grass-fed steak or lamb chop. Roast Brussels sprouts in olive oil. Make a side of quinoa cooked in bone broth with a pat of butter stirred in. Add a small handful of macadamia nuts as a snack after dinner. The red meat provides saturated fat and cholesterol, which your body uses to make testosterone. The olive oil adds more monounsaturated fats. The butter provides vitamin K2 for bone health. The macadamia nuts give you even more healthy fats before bed to support overnight hormone production and muscle repair. The lesson is clear. Healthy fats are not optional. They're essential for muscle building in seniors. If you are serious about building muscles and living a long, healthy life, make sure you're eating these 2 food classes daily. Which of these food groups have you been ignoring? Are you also going to be practicing the 2 exercises I just revealed to help you build muscle? Now to round off, here is the truth about muscle building. Exercise alone will not build muscles for you. Muscle building is 80% what you eat and 20% the exercises you do. You can do perfect Reho squats and flawless radio Taiso every single day, but if you're not feeding your muscles the fiber, healthy fats, and protein they need to repair and grow, you're wasting your time. Which is why I've prepared something very special for you. I've created a complete, high-protein, high-fiber, healthy fat meal plan specifically designed for seniors building muscle and fighting sarcopenia. This isn't some generic diet plan. These are 93+ delicious, easy-to-prepare recipes that fuel muscle growth at any age. Every recipe is calculated to give you exactly what your muscles need to recover and expand after exercise. Breakfast.